Good evening, family, friends, members of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, our distinguished guests, and
I think I joined the wrong thing. You can hear me.
Good evening, everyone. I now welcome you to the Southwest Province. As you see on the screen, we are actually rolling through the listing of our graduates, their major and their favorite quotes. As you look at this, be mindful that our young men have achieved in their high school days. And as they go on forth into their college, for their college matriculation, we ask everyone on the call to be mindful that the learning never stops, and we are always here to support you. I also ask, as this is going through, that we all stay on mute until asked to join in to speak. As we go through the program, I will introduce most of our guests, as we will, and also as we go through, we will have our guests be able to give words of encouragement as well as enlightenment. Again, please stay on mute until it is your time to speak. Again, hello, everyone. I will welcome you to the Southwest Province National College Signing Day. Now we will go over the order of the ceremony. We will first have an invocation by Brother Robert Redmond of the San Antonio Alumni Chapter. Then we will have a welcome to the guests by Mr. Tyson Short, who is the president of the San Antonio Kappa League. We will then have History of the God Right by the Kappa League, Mr. Christian Mannery and Mr. Jalen Roof. I will then recognize each program leadership and distinguished guest and ask them to speak. Next, we will have our message. With that, we'll have our message to the graduates. And then the moment that we've all been waiting for, we will present our graduates of the San Antonio, of the Southwest Province College Signing Day, our seniors. After that, we will have a message, a word to the graduates from Mr. Vincent C., former Kappa League president 2019 to 20, who is currently a sophomore at University of North Texas in a psychology major. Then we'll have closing remarks by Brother Glenn and our benediction again by Brother Robert Redmond. So Brother Redmond, I now turn this over to you.
Good evening, brothers and guests and Kappa Leaguers. May we center ourselves. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far all the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Most holy and righteous God, we, your people, pause at this moment to say thank you. Thank you for being the God who has been by our side throughout the beginning of time. Even when the oppressor and oppression has attempted to silence our voices, it is through your grace and your mercies that you have allowed us to be victorious. God, as we thank you, we continue to ask that you be a beaconing light and guide us as we celebrate these young men. These young men have demonstrated leadership, achievement, and service to one another and their communities. And for that, we who are part of the community, the parents, the family, the teachers and counselors, the guide right leaders, and the noble clan of Kappa Alpha Psi and the Southwestern Province say thank you. Be with each of these young men as they share with those assembled today the fruits of their labor and announcing where and what their next academic pursuits and desires are. We ask that you make easy and successful their way as they continue to pursue achievement in all and every form of human endeavor. For we celebrate them at this moment and all that you have done in their lives and in this space. Once again, God, we thank you for being our everything. We lift this prayer up in the magnificent and mighty name of Christ, who is our King. Amen.
Thank you, Brother Redmond. We will now have welcome by Mr. Tyson Short.
Good evening, family, friends, members of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, our distinguished guests, and my brothers in the Kappa Youth Leadership and Development League. Near and far, I, Tyson Short, the president for the San Antonio Senior Kappa League, would like to welcome you to the Southwestern Province College Signing Day. The College Signing Day is a national event that is being conducted throughout different Kappa League chapters. This event follows in the theme of athletes publicly declaring their intentions to play for a college team. College Signing Day is our annual celebration of the graduating seniors from our respective Kappa League programs to allow them to publicly declare their intention to earn their degree at the respective college or university, military branch, or training school of choice. Again, I would like to welcome you to our event.
Thank you, Tyson. At this time, I would like to recognize the history of the Guidewire program, as well as Kappa League. Mr. Mannery and Mr. Ruth.
Good evening. Conceived in 1922 by Leon W. Stewart and suggested at the 12th Grand Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi, Guidewire became the fraternity's national service program. Leon Stewart is the founder of the National Guidewire Movement of Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated and passed Western Province pole mark soon after the St. Louis chapters beginning in 1921. Leon W. Stewart and J. Jerome Peters were assigned to research possible programs that would assist in developing the youth of the Black community and to devise a meaningful and practical approach to the problem of Black youth underachievement. Unfortunately, Brother Stewart proposed a program of guidance to be designated as Guidewire with the purpose of assisting high school seniors to choose and pursue useful careers. The focus of the Guidewire from its inception was to provide scholarships to needy and talented students and to inform young people of the professions and other career options. The founding objectives of Guidewire may be summarized as follows: to help youth in selection of courses leading to vocations compatible with their aptitudes and personalities, to assist students while they are traveling to get started in employment and to progress successfully in their chosen fields, to assist parents in the handling of their children by giving them opportunities to talk over their problems with those who they know and are successful in their chosen vocations, to afford the less fortunate youth a reputable from the drudgery of the streets through sponsored entertainment and cultural enrichment, to inform the values of higher education, of assistance available for continued educational pursuits.
Kappa League was founded on Thursday, February 12, 1969, by the Los Angeles Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated. At Elaine Leroy Locke High School, Kappa League was adopted by the Grand Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated at the 56th Grand Chapter, which was held August 12th through 15th, 1970. The founders of the Kappa League, the founders of the Kappa Instructional Leadership League were Mel L. Davis and Edgar H. Bishop and Elder Watson Diggs awardee. Under the chairmanship of Mel Davis, the Los Angeles Alumni Chapter Social Action Program took the form of the training activity for young men of the Elaine Leroy Locke High School, called the Kappa League, the Kappa Instructional Leadership League. It was designed to help young men grow, receive, and develop their leadership talents in every phase of human endeavor. It provided both challenging and rewarding experiences, which richly enhanced their lives. Membership was open to make students from the 10th through the 12th grade. Being the flagship of the Guidewire Service Program for mentorship and development, the adoption of the 7 phases of Kappa League instructions have allowed for conscious growth of each member. Phase 1, self-identity and purpose. Phase 2, training. Phase 3, competition. Phase 4, social. Phase 5, health education. Phase 6, economic empowerment and education. Phase 7, college and career. The official Kappa League logo is the first clinching lightning bolt, signifies the harnessing of energy. Man recognized the force and the value of energy generated by lightning and set out to harness same.
The shield shall be a crest shape bearing the letters KL below Kappa League. The shield is also decorated with a diploma representing academics and a fist clenching lightning bolts. signifying the harnessing of energy.
Thank you, Mr. Mannery and Mr. Ruth. We will now be able to recognize our distinguished guests and our guest speakers. I would first like to recognize the 31st past Grand Pole Mark, Brother DWAYNE Murray, Esquire. As we look at Brother Murray's extensive bio here, Brother Murray was sworn into office on July 14, 2007, as the 31st International Grand Pole Mark at Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated during the 78th Grand Chapter meeting held in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He is designated to receive the laurel wreath at the 85th Grand Chapter meeting to be held in Phoenix, Arizona during the summer of 2021. Brother Murray's extensive law is very active, and he's a very visible attorney. He still practices in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He is currently serving as the panel of trustees for Region 5 in Louisiana and Mississippi in his 26th term. He specializes in bankruptcy law and has been recognized by his peers at the local, state, and national levels. He is currently affiliated with the National Bar Association, Louisiana Bar Association, American Bankruptcy Institute, Lewis Magnetic Legal Society, and the Baton Rouge Bars Association, as well as the United States District Courts of Middle, Eastern, and Western Districts of Louisiana. Brother Murray was trained for leadership in Kappa Alpha Psi upon his initiation into the University of Louisiana at Lafayette chapter, the Theta Nu of Kappa Alpha Psi in 1977. As an undergraduate, he served as the Vice Polemarch and Polemarch. He's a charter member of the Lafayette alumni and served as the first keeper of records. He is a life member of Kappa Alpha Psi and the Southwest Province. He is currently affiliated with the Opelousas, Lafayette, and Baton Rouge alumni chapters of Kappa Alpha Psi. He has been elected the Southwest Province Alumni State Board member and Senior Vice Province Polemarch. Again, he was appointed Province Polemarch by the 21st Grand Polemarch and the Honorable L. Harris, Esquire of California, and reappointed by the 28th Grand Polemarch, the Honorable Ronald R. Young of New York in 1995. He holds a bachelor's degree and master's degree from the University of Louisiana and attained his Juris Doctorate from Southern University Law Center. Brother Murray, past Grand Polemarch, I now turn it over to you for your address to the graduates.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Say, and great to see everyone and to be a part of this wonderful celebration. I know there are two others that will also address and bring messages who are dear friends of mine, and I'm looking forward to their words of wisdom to these young people with us today. First of all, let me just tell parents, I saw a couple parents in the background, so I know they're listening. To each of you, this is a wonderful time in your child's life. It's a wonderful time for you to treat your child, I say, as an equal. And so my message today is not only to the young people, but it's to the parents that are listening in. I know my good brother, Terrence is with us, Terrence Short, and I'm so proud of his son to be the leader of the young Kappa Leaguers in the area of Texas. He's doing a great job. Tyson, we're truly, truly proud of you at this time. To Chris and Christopher, young men, y'all just so amazing to see the two of you all on the screen with your bow ties looking real sharp. I'm just happy to see you guys being a part of this, and just to everyone. But you know, my words to you is to not only to you as young people about to take off into a new phase of your life, but to your parents who are listening in. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the wisdom that I've given to my children. And this benefit of wisdom, I believe, is very, very important. Immediately upon graduation of my three children, one who's a lawyer, one who's a doctor, and one who's studying right now for finals in his second year of law school, I began immediately at this moment of graduation to treat them as an equal. No longer was I talking to my kids as You do this because I say it so. I changed that philosophy on life. I started to
Yes, can I
treat
get a
them
3-finger combo
totally
with the
differently.
Arnold Palmer with unsweet
I
tea?
started to treat them in such that they were equals. In other words, sitting down and talking with them.
Yes.
Someone has to mute that speaker, holding the background conversation. But I started to treat them as equals. In other words, I wanted to talk to them about the future that they have planned for themselves. What is it that you want to do in life? And I started talking to my kids about the passion that they would have, no matter what their choice of career would be. Now, naturally, my kids grew up in a law firm, right? Being in that chair behind me, sitting around, my dad is working or mom is working, because mom is a lawyer. And they saw this, so naturally, I wanted them to go into the law and to practice law. Well, I got one. I missed the second one. She went into medicine. And the third one I picked up, who's going to probably join the law firm. But right now, I know he wants to be an entrepreneur. So I'm talking to them about the passion. Well, expecting what? That all of them would come in to be lawyers. Well, my first child worked only with me for about a month. I realized that her passion was not in the entrepreneur world, that she wanted to do something totally different. So now she works for the state of Louisiana as an assistant attorney general. Well, her passion is something totally different. So I want to tell each and every one of you parents that are listening, look to your child's passion that they have in life. It's like a desire, a state of mind where you are now and where you want to be later in life. Find out what you really love doing. Not everybody's going to be able to be that outstanding football player or the baseball player or the basketball players. But young people, you know what we need? We need university presidents. We need high school teachers. We need you to think about careers that will be beneficial to you for the rest of your life. And not every one of us have the skill sets to run the ball as fast as a Darius Geis or someone of that nature. But I can tell you, if you get the education, that is something that no one can take from you. Train yourself mentally, train yourself physically, but yes, make sure that the classroom is a setting that you find yourself in each and every time that you're trying to develop yourself. And so I won't take long to talk with you all because I know there are two other speakers, but I want to congratulate each and every one of you to make sure that desire is a part of everything that you're trying to do in your life. I'm available to assist you in every walk of your life. As every Kappa that's on this screen, this whole Guide Right project is to do what? Guide you right into the best fraternity known to man, and that is Kappa Alpha Psi. So when you get on a college campus, we want each and every one of you to recognize that there is a band of brothers who will help you find scholarships, who will help you be able to graduate on time, who will help you to be able to find the first job or employment that you need. We will be here for you because as a youth, you are here for us. So we're looking forward to seeing you in future walks of life. If you should ever need assistance from me or my family, we'll be here for each and every one of you. So I want to say congratulations on this special day for you. And I look forward to hopefully meeting most of you throughout your walks of life. And hopefully I'll see you in the bond of Kappa Alpha Psi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brother Bernie. I will now introduce the Senior Vice Pole Mark of the Southwestern Province, Brother William PRUDER. I met Brother PRUDER, probably it's been about 10, 12 years ago. And, you know, I've never met a man who was just so always happy to see everybody he comes in contact with. When we met, of course, being brothers, it was just like we had never, you know, we always knew each other, but just to be able to, you know, listen to this brother speak and talk, I always learn something from him every time we were together. Well, Brother PRUDER was raised in San Antonio, Texas. He attended San Antonio Public Schools. He is alumni of Texas University Texas A&M University with a bachelor's in sociology and a master's in counseling from Texas Southern. While at Texas A&M, he was initiated into the Beta Epsilon chapter of Texas Southern on December 15th, 1985. Brother PRUDER was the first Hispanic initiated in the Southwest Province. He is part of the illustrious line 14 Pieces of a Dream. During that time, he was one of the two original charter members of the new Alpha chapter at Texas A&M University and served as Vice Polemarch and Dean of Pledges. He was also honored as a Province Undergraduate Brother during his time in 1988. Upon graduation, he joined the Galveston Alumni Chapter and served on board of directors. And he was given the position at Piney Woods Academy and served as our first director of Kappa Camp. Since this time, he has joined Jackson Alumni Chapter and served on the board of directors and vice Polmark as well. When he returned to Texas, he made his home in Houston, and he joined the Houston Alumni Chapter. There, he has served on the board as directors, as well as advisors to the Beta Upsilon chapter for 9 years. He was awarded National Advisor in 2007, and he has served on many provincial and local planning committees, from the Reclamation Chair to Achievement to Guide Right to, as you can see on this bio, a lot of different leadership positions within Kappa Alpha Psi. Professionally, Brother Pruder is a realtor working with residential and commercial clients. He is on the president of the North Harris County Water Board for 7 years and is an investment director and the past president of the Houston Progressive Investment Club. Brother Pruder, I now turn over to you so you can provide your message to the graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Say. I do have one bone to pick. Whoever decided that I should speak after Brother Murray, we need to talk after this, because that's a hard act to follow. Let me tell you, I've been listening to Brother Murray for so many years. As a matter of fact, talking about Piney Woods, he was the one who came up with the concept and made sure that we implemented Kappa Camp, because Brother Murray has always been there for our young men. So with that being said, I bring you greetings from the 26th Province Polmark there in Hightower. Let me first start by commending the parents of these young men. Thank you for allowing us to spend time with your most prized possession, your children. We are so proud to see where they are today and accomplishing this huge milestone. But I also want to say that just because you're entering college, our relationship should not end today. It should just be the beginning of our relationship. With that being said, we are going to continue to be here to support you and to continue to help you make great strides. You know, a lot of people wonder or say, why college? Why should we go to college? There's other avenues to become wealthy. There's other avenues to make a decent income, and that's fine. But there are some invaluable pieces to the college experience. Let me just share a couple of those with you, if I may. First, on average, and we're talking about average, there are always outliers. You know, you can get some of these young men and they're going to be successful at whatever they do. But on average, a high school diploma will earn you on average $30,000 a year. A college graduate will earn over $50,000 a year. And someone with a second or tertiary degree, a master's or a doctorate, will earn over $70,000 a year. You can see just those couple of years spent as an investment into your future wealth going down the road. Other important options about a college degree are access to job opportunities. You have a much greater variety and opportunity to work in different environments if you have a college degree. Most people who have a degree don't work in their field, but they have that degree, so it opens up a number of other fields for them to potentially look into and become successful in. Flexibility. If I earn a trade and I'm a welder, that's what I can do. I can be a welder, and that's okay. But if you have a college degree, a lot of times it brings you a lot of flexibility where you can learn to master new areas and become successful. Job satisfaction. There was once upon a time where I liked working outside. As I've aged, I've come to appreciate air conditioning and understanding that with a degree, you know, you won't be exposed to as many elements. Not always, but I'm talking in generalities, and I'm talking percentages. Job security. The higher your education, the more secure your employment is. because you are harder to replace. The last two, I think, are just as important as the wealth factors. Networking. The relationships that you build in college become lifelong relationships. These are individuals that you not only will become friends with, but you are also going to make professional relationships with for your future. And personal development and growth. Learning how to read, learning how to write, learning how to communicate. Learning are skills that you are constantly developing, that you learn in college, that if you don't have that experience or exposure, are very hard and become impactful in your future growth. So I'm just sharing why I feel and why I know, young man, I'm proud of you. If you go to the military, I honor your service, honor your service. But gentlemen, if you go to college, do it, handle it, go in there. Don't focus on all the fun. Handle your business, get your grades. Because in the end of the day, that's going to be what will pay off for you. Again, for the parents, I commend you. I commend you for your commitment to your kids, to these young men. I'm sorry to call you kids, to these young men. And just as Brother Murray stated, we are still here for you. Don't feel like our phones don't work anymore. They'll work even faster. So if you have a need, please reach out to one of us. We're here for you, and we want to continue to see you succeed as we know you will. Dr. Say, thank you for inviting me to speak. It was an honor. Thank you.
Brother Pruder, I'll keep that in mind not to put you after Brother Grandpa Mark, past Grandpa Mark Murray next time. But I will blame that on Brother Glenn again. He suggested that that's what we do. So last but not least, we have Brother Kevin Burnett. Again, in my time as being the God Right Director at San Antonio, I have learned from Brother Burnett on how to run a God Right program. Just sitting in on his meetings and just listening to him talk about God Right has been very influential to me in how I run my God Right program here. But Brother Burnett was born in Kansas City, Kansas, raised in Topeka, Kansas, and was initiated into the Beta Psi of Kappa Alpha Psi at Kansas State University on December 1st, 1975. He's a member of the Beta Psi St. Louis Alumni Chapter, Topeka Alumni Chapter, and currently Richardson Plano Alumni Chapter. He's a life member and has been a Middle Western Province life member. Brother Burnett is a second generation of Kappa. His father, Onan Burnett, was a 1947 Road Chapter initiate and breakthrough educator in Kansas. In addition to his father, as many of us had growing up, we grew up with a lot of Kappa men that influenced us, such as Charles Scott, who was on record Brown versus the Board of Education Supreme Court case. Burl Switzer, the Kansas State athletic legend and civil rights pioneer, Richard Ridley, and George Thomas. At Beta Psi, Brother Carl Townsend started Brother Burnett in God Right in college, working with him at the Douglas Center of Math and Science Club in Manhattan, Kansas, when he was a schooler. Brother Burnett has two sons who have followed in his footsteps. His son Ryan, Beta Psi initiate 2008, and Kevin C. Burnett, Beta Psi initiate 2010. Both were former Kappa Leaguers and are now Kappas. Brother Kevin C. Burnett won the Grand Chapter Mel Davis Award of Outstanding Undergraduate God Right Director in 2013, and they both were the first father and son recognized for God Right achievement at the same conclave. So as you can see, Brother Burnett graduated with a dual degree in business administration and political science. He worked for Bell System for numerous years, and on his retirement from the corporate world, he decided to go back to the high school world and still lead our young men in basketball and football. As you see there listed, Brother Burnett has many highlights of God Right service. He was appointed the Southwest Province God Right Chairman. He's also been appointed the National Guide-Right Vice Chairman and is currently serving as the National Guide-Right Chairman for the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. Brother Burnett, I now turn this over to you for your message to the graduates.
Thank you, and I will, Brother Pruder, I'll say that this being a Guide-Right program, I was the one smart enough to put you in between me and Brother Murray. So I want to address this to my young men. And first I have to say, I have the best job in Kappa. I get to work with the outstanding young men of Kappa League. I get to work with the outstanding brothers that are involved in Guide-Right and Kappa League. And it's just a joy in my life. But to the young men, I want to talk to you a little bit about chemistry. And chemistry is a study of matter and its interactions with other matter and energy. And a chemical reaction is a process in which the identity of one substance changes. And the chemistry laboratory you're about to enter is college. The lessons you're going to learn there, the friendships that you're going to garner there, those memories that you'll get there will sustain and propel you throughout your life. They will be like a chemical reaction that has transformed you. I would encourage you to be someone with an overwhelming drive to succeed and someone that's looking to make their mark on the world. While you will not fully understand all the obstacles that are going to be in your way, focus on the opportunities that allow you to succeed and opportunities that you have that may not have ever existed before. So with that, I would tell you to go forward to college with anticipation and excitement of trailblazers on a great quest. And for you, the best is yet to come. And I thank you. And Dr. Say, I'll turn that back over to you.
Thank you, Brother Burnett. Again, I'd like to thank each one of our guests, Brother Past Grand Polemark, Brother Murray, Brother Pruder, Southwest Senior Vice Polemark, and Brother Burnett, our current National Guide-Right Chairman. At this time, we would now like to present our graduates. In presenting our graduates, each graduate will receive a frame containing their official college signing day agreement signed by the Southwest Province Guide-Right Chair, as well as the National Guide-Right Chairman. The certificate reads as follows. I, with the individual's name, hereby declare on oath that I will continue to strive for academic personal excellence through my matriculation at whatever college or service they decided to choose. I further promise that although my high school days and time in Kappa League are coming to a close, I will forever utilize the lessons, information, and mentorship provided to me to continue my evolution as a leader and achiever committed to serving our communities for the greater good. I further affirm that I will serve as a positive influence, a role model to future generations of young men within Kappa League and beyond Kappa League. Along my path of achievement, I promise to seek continuous guidance and support from my mentors and advisors within the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Most importantly, I promise to always strive to make my parents, family, friends, teachers, advisors, and the entire community proud of the young man that they have helped mold me to become. All this I attest on this day, the 2nd day of May, 2020. Leadership, achievement, 2021, excuse me. Leadership, achievement, service is what we do, it's who we are. At this time, we will have each Kappa League chairman present their graduates, their graduating Kappa Leaguer. Each graduate will then show which college they will be attending and what their major will be. Brother Julius Thompson of the Arlington Grand Prairie chapter, I now hand the graduating Kappa Leaguers over to you for your presentation. Brother Thompson, you are
Yeah.
muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, it's great to be with you guys today. Who would have thought when we had the regional Kappa League conference last year, or in the last regional Kappa League conference, that would be the last time I would see these Kappa Leaguers live. But the world is changing. You guys have adapted to a difficult time. So I would like to present our Kappa Leaguer for the Arlington Grand Prairie Kappa League, Vice President of our Arlington Grand Prairie Kappa League, Mr. Evan George.
My name is Evan George, and I'll be attending UNT to major in computer engineering.
All right. That's the only one we have on the call today.
Brother Alexander of the Gretna Alumni Chapter, I now hand the graduating Kappa Leaguers over to you for presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brother Terrence Alexander. I'm the Guy Wright Chairman for the Gretna Alumni Chapter of Kappa League. And I present to you Brother Jalen Rue, who is a senior, and he's also the 2020-2021 treasurer.
My name is Jalen Rue, and I'll be attending Southern University, and I'll be studying in musical education.
Great.
That's all we have.
Brother Edwards of the Jackson Alumni Chapter, I now hand the graduating Kappa Leaguers over to you for presentation.
Good afternoon, brothers. I present to you Kappa Leaguer 7 Andrews.
My name is Seven Andrews, and I will be attending Hines Community College, majoring in animation design plus welding.
I now present to you Kappa Leaguer Ryan Austin.
My name is Ryan Austin, and I will be attending Jackson State University, studying music education.
I now present Kappa Leaguer Christian Burns.
My name is Christian Burns, and I will be attending Southern University, majoring in graphic design.
I now present Kappa Leaguers Christopher and Christian Mannery. Christian is our social media chair.
My name is Christopher, and this is Christian, and we will both be attending JSU University. I'm majoring in political science, and I'm majoring in criminal justice.
I now present to you Kappa Leaguer Cache Rideout.
I will be attending Jackson State University, majoring in biology pre-physical therapy.
I now present to you Kappa Leaguer LeSean Robbins.
I will be attending Hines Community College, majoring in physical therapy assistant.
I now present to you Kappa Leaguer Ramon Stiff.
I will be attending the Jackson State University, majoring in business with a side in accounting.
I now present to you Kappa Leaguer Jaden Vaughn, our 2021 president.
Good afternoon. My name is Jaden Vaughn. I'll be attending Prairie View A&M University, and I'll be majoring in biology.
Our last Kappa Leaguer that I present to you on today will be Mr. Tyler Ward.
My name is Tyler Ward. I'll be attending the Jackson State University, and I'll be majoring in civil engineering.
All right, thank you, Brother Edwards, for presenting your graduates. I now ask Brother Telly Noel of the Little Rock Alumni Chapter. I hand over your graduating Kappa Leaguers to you for presentation.
Good afternoon, brothers. Greetings from Little Rock, Arkansas, where we are excited about our seniors. First up, I present to you, I'm sorry, he's not here. Tori Carroll.
My name is Tori Carroll from the Rock Kappa League, and this fall I'll be enlisting the United States Navy.
Our next Kappa Leaguer is Mr. Marwin Edwards.
My name is Marwin Edwards, and I'm in Little Rock Kappa League, and I'll be attending University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff in the fall.
Our next Kappa Leaguer is Mr. Kenneth Hamilton.
My name is Kenneth Hamilton, and in the fall, I'll be attending the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville.
Brother Noel, we lost
Brother,
you.
we had some technical difficulties, so I apologize. I had to jump on another computer, kind of threw me off, so I apologize to all you guys. But next up is Brother Miles Richard.
Hello, my name is Miles Richard. I'll be attending Arkansas State University at Jonesboro, and I'll be majoring in history.
And our next Kappa Leaguer, graduating senior, is Mr. Caleb Lyons.
My name is Caleb Lyons, and in the fall, I'll be attending the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, majoring in nursing.
Our next Kappa Leaguer is Mr. Bryce Smith.
My name is Bryce Smith. I'm from Little Rock Kappa League, and I'll be going in the fall, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and I'll be majoring in business administration.
Our next Kappa Leaguer is Mr. Gabriel Jaden Wilbur.
My name is Jaden Wilbur, and in the fall, I will be attending Hendrix College, and I will be majoring in psychology.
And last but not least, our two-year president of Little Rock Kappa League and my son, Mr. Telly Noel Jr.
My name is Telly Noel Jr., and in the fall, I'll be attending Tennessee State University, where I'll be pursuing business administration.
And brother, we just had another brother show up, and hopefully you got them ready. Our last Kappa Leaguer is Mr. Corin Luttrell.
My name is Corin Luttrell from the Little Rock Kappa League, and in the fall, I'll be attending Henderson State University and majoring in sports management.
Brother Nell, you have one more. You got one more there, brother.
Brother. Kari Muhammad.
Hello, my name is Kari Muhammad. In the fall, I will be attending the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, and my major will be sociology with a minor in psychology.
That concludes Little Rock alumni.
Thank you, Brother Noel. Brother Burnett of the Richardson Plano Alumni Chapter, I now hand your graduating Kappa Leaguers over to you for a presentation.
Thank you. I'd like to present our Richardson Plano Kappa Leaguer and our president this year, and just an outstanding young man. He's been an outstanding leader for our chapter, Kappa Leaguer James Marshall.
I'm James Marshall, and I'll be attending Baylor University, and I'll be majoring in health sciences.
Thank you, Brother Burnett. And last but not least, Brother Thomas Henderson, the San Antonio Alumni Chapter. I now hand the graduating Kappa Leaguers over to you for presentation. Brother Henderson, you're on mute.
All right, I now present Donovan Fisher.
Hello, my name is Donovan Fisher. I will be attending the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown. I will be majoring in marketing.
I now present Nehemiah Harris.
My name is Nahamani Harris, and I'll be attending St. Thomas More, and I'll be majoring in graphic design and business and communications.
I now present Terrence Patrick, Sergeant at Arms.
My name is Terrence Patrick. I will be attending University of North Texas to major in business management.
Well done, guys. Well done, Kim.
Thank you, Brother Henderson. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your graduating seniors of the Southwest Province, Kappa Youth and Leadership Development League. Congratulations, Kappa Leaguers. At this time, I would now like to present someone who has been, a figure in my life for 18 years. But just this past week, I was able to move him out of the dorms in his first year of college. Mr. Vincent C., my son, was a former president last year of the Kappa League. He served as the third vice president, secretary, and he joined the Kappa League in 2016, kicking and screaming. He's a graduate of the Smith and Valley High School class of 2020. He currently attends the University of North Texas and is a psychology major. And one of the things that I want to highlight you young men on, currently he is a sophomore, classified as a sophomore in his first year at the University of North Texas, finishing up. He was a member of the Presidential Men of University of North Texas. His future educational and career goals are attaining his master's degree in social work and later pursuing his PhD in counseling psychology. He would love to work with within the juvenile system, justice system, dismantling the progression of youth in the prison system. His favorite quote there is not now, then when, and he truly lives by that quote, if not now, then when. Mr. Vincent C., I now hand them over to you for your words to the graduates.
Hello, everybody. I'm just making sure everyone can hear me. Can I get a few thumbs up? I can, okay. All right. So this is my letter to the graduates of this year. To my old Kappa League brothers, as an independent, empathetic young king and a frightened, cautious Black man, we live in a place that we fit into, yet seemingly never fit in enough. A place where our culture and beliefs are given great praise, however, at the same time, appropriated and shunned by the majority. Where our people are constantly criticized for being too loud, but our voices are never heard. This land that we call free is for the freeloaders. Living in this society makes me wonder if the world will ever be free of prejudice and despair amongst all minorities. To be completely honest, it is miserable that we haven't changed much of the social injustices since then. As Will Smith said, racism is not getting worse, it's just getting filmed. Then again, America has always feared change, from allowing Black people to be accepted in society to accepting new immigrants, trying to prevent minorities from voting, disregarding the livelihood of our LGBTQIA+ family, even down to holding a death grip on this severely slanted system they call freedom, as we've clearly seen in the Derek Chauvin case, where we had a man who was caught on camera murdering someone, and throughout all the protests, we hoped he would get convicted of murder, because we've seen too many situations where they did not get the conviction they should have gotten, the justice they should have gotten. The cycle must end and be reconstructed. However, as history shows, every social change has advanced and progressed our minds further. America and most of the world needs a wake-up call. I challenge all of you young men to encourage your Black and non-Black friends alike to fight for justice, accountability, and most importantly, truth. As the Black community alone cannot change the world entirely, but the conjoined forces of all our races will beyond doubt force a new era. Work on finding ulterior paths to solve a situation, and remember to always move with compassion in support of the movement. It's okay to be upset and scared and angry at the things you may see. Let it out and let it be known. But after hating for so long externally, you eventually turn that hate internally. So navigate this world with compassion, and please remember to take conscious breaths. This is my letter to you.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. I now would like to have closing remarks by our illustrious chairman of the Southwest Province God Right Program, Brother DRAON Glenn. Brother Glenn graduated as a junior from Everman High School in Everman, Texas. He attended the University of North Texas and Tarrant County Junior College. After receiving an associate degree in mathematics at Tarrant County Junior College, and then transferring to the University of Texas, Arlington, where he majored in exercise and sports studies and minored in mathematics. While at University of Texas, Arlington, he was initiated to the Iota Alpha chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity in the spring of 1991. As an undergraduate, he held positions as Area Cluster 2 reporter, keeper of exchequer, and polemarch. After receiving his bachelor's degree in exercise and sports science in 1994, he started his teaching and coaching career in the Fort Worth Independent School District. Brother Glenn is currently employed with the Northwest Independent School District as a middle school PE teacher and coach. He's certified to teach several subjects, including mathematics, physical education, health education, and driver's education. He is also affiliated with the Texas High School Coaches Association and the Texas Educators of Physical and Health Recreation. Brother Glenn is a life member of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity since 1998. He's been a member of the Arlington Grand Prairie chapter since 1994. He's held several positions within that fraternity as a strategist, board director, board member, assistant Butilion director, God Right Foundation secretary, keeper of exchequer, vice polemarch, foundation treasurer, and as I said before, currently serving as a Southwest God Right chairman. Brother Glenn, I now hand it over to you for your closing remarks. Brother Glenn, you're muted.
Brothers, Kappa Leaguers, and parents, thank you for being a part of our Kappa League College Signing Day today on May 2nd, 2021. We had a great program. I want to congratulate Brother SEAY on his outstanding job, San Antonio Alumni Chapter for hosting our College Signing Day. It was well presented, and congratulations to our Kappa Leaguers. Kappa Leaguers, I hope you have a very successful life in college. Some of the things I would like to try to discuss with you guys, especially Jackson alumni and the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Think about you young men going to your college. You already have a bond with your Kappa Leaguers now. You're going to the same university. You have a bond right now. You have a brotherhood right now. Keep that up. We want you to keep that up and continue to be successful. We talk about networking. You have it in place. You have it in place already. Keep your success, keep networking, keep the bond, keep the brotherhood, move forward. Rescue Kappa Leaguers going to different colleges and universities. You're the same way. Keep that networking. Continue to be successful in life and through college. The last thing I would like to say as far as being successful is just basically two words, time management. You Kappa Leaguers have to have a good time management to be successful in life. Think about all the great speakers that gave you advice on your journey. But if you do not have time management, those two words, you will not be successful. So I leave you with this, two words, once again, time management. Be successful in life and continue to be successful in your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Glenn.